Okay, so hi everyone, my name's Alex, and this is going to be my first tutorial using my brand new blue snowball. So hopefully the audio will be a lot more clearer than before. The microphone I used before was a bit of a cheap one. It did the job, but I wanted higher quality audio. I thought that if people are going to view my videos and I'm going to help them learn things, then I thought I might try and just get the highest quality possible, and hopefully this will help. So in this video I'm just going to explain what the session layer is in the OSI model, and what it does and what's involved in it and whatnot. It'll only be a short video, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, so let's get started. So the session layer, so if I actually click on the screen, there we go. So the session layer deals with the creation and deletion of a session. A session is when two processes on different hosts/machines communicate with each other to create, use or delete a connection. The session layer also provides support, which allows the processes to communicate over the chosen network. So the support includes security to keep the session secure, so nobody can eavesdrop on what you're doing, whether you're just sending pictures of cats to each other or anything like that. And the session layer also provides name recognition, so only you, the session owner or the session creator, can start a session with who they want. It creates, breaks down, and then manipulates the different sessions to be made into a presentation layer body/entity. So the session layer is also part of the presentation layer. So it breaks down the sessions to be made presentable in the presentation layer. So the next slide involves duplex. So full duplex occurs at the session layer and is a way of transmitting data, specifically in two directions at the same time, so simultaneously. So full duplex is much like a telephone conversation. So say if you're talking to your friend about another friend that's been mean to you or something, and she goes, "Oh, she's a bitch, she is," and then a friend goes to her, "Yeah, she is, isn't she?" That's an example of full duplex communication, because you're both speaking at the same time and you're not having to stop the connection for one of you to talk and then stop the connection again to the other person to talk. So this is called an example of when you have to stop talking for the other person to talk is half duplex, and an example of this, a real life example, is walkie-talkies. So every time you see a walkie-talkie, people talking on walkie-talkies, one person is talking, then they stop, and then the other person talks, don't they? They talk, and then they press a button, and then it lets the other person say what they want to say, because otherwise if they speak at the same time it doesn't work, just because of the frequency transmissions and such. So the next thing is simplex. So simplex is a one-way only communication, so data can only travel in one direction. That includes TV broadcasting and keyboard to computer connections. So TV broadcasting, the TV programs are broadcasted from the TV network to the TVs in our living rooms, and that is one-way connection because we don't broadcast information to them or broadcast anything to them, so they just broadcast the TV channels to us. And then it's the same with the keyboard. So we press the keyboard to type stuff on the computer, and then the information that the computer gives us back is on the screen, but it's not like actual data. That's just responding to what we're doing. So, and there we go, there's a simple picture. So transmitter to receiver. So the computer network is the transmitter and the TV are the receivers. So let's go over this again. So I'll just go over it again. So the session layer deals with the creation and deletion of a session. A session is when two processes on different machines, so different PCs, so you're in one place and then your friends all the way in Kazakhstan or London, and you're trying to communicate with each other, which creates a session. And the session layer provides support between the sessions, so it's secure, and there's also name recognition, so only the correct person can create the session. So full duplex occurs when the session layer and is a way of transmitting data simultaneously. So it's like a telephone conversation. There is also half duplex, which is only one person can speak at one time, i.e. a walkie-talkie. And there is also simplex, which is just one-way communication all over. And that includes TV broadcasting and keyboard to computer connections. So hopefully that's cleared up a bit about what the session layer does and what's provided in the session layer. It's just a way to manage communicate, communicate between machines, creates the sessions, deletes the sessions. An example of a session is whenever you open up a web browser, because that's when you open up a web browser, you're sending a request to a web server, aren't you, to start up a web page when you start up a web browser. So that's also, when you're sending that request, it's also creating a session between you and the web server. And also when you close down the web browser, that's terminating a session. So yeah, hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully the audio is much higher quality with the introduction of this brand new blue snowball. But yeah, hopefully you've learned something. If not, dislike the video and just tell me what I can do better and what you'd like to learn next. So yeah, thanks for watching. See ya. Bye.